And that's when he just left. He just decided for whatever reason, I don't care if it's didn't have a ride. You just can't do this.
I did turn myself in other cases. I was in, did some time around that, right around this time too, but yeah, I was in Wayne County. And I'm probation for them from the district court since, for 2 years now.
Out of the Third Circuit Court, you mean?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
This case starts with a simple violation, but spirals into something much bigger. A man ordered to enroll in testing disappears within 48 hours. No call, no compliance, just gone. Now he walks back in with excuses, money problems, family struggles, life pressure. But here's the tension. Does hardship excuse defiance? Or is this a calculated choice to ignore the court? Because this judge isn't buying sympathy without accountability, and the moment he hears, "I didn't have a way," the tone shifts fast.
People against? Gary Allen Hayner, 23B, 1433588 and B.
Yeah. Well, can I get the parent back, Mr. Haynes, take your full name?
Gary.
All right, so what is he going to do?
Judge, he'll plead guilty to the failure to comply. He was sentenced on this case back in 2023, Judge. Mr. Hayner was having some personal problems, plus some financial issues. His main issue was financial. His children's mother had suffered an injury at work. And
All right, let me just take the plea first and then we'll go from there. Okay, and you can allocute then, okay?
Sure.
So, sir, you have a disorderly person, public intact. You have a resist and obstruct an officer. I sentenced you on these back on August the 2nd of 23. You were then supposed to be here for a show cause because you failed to enroll in on-site testing. And you were supposed to be there and enroll on August 4th. We set a show cause. You didn't show up for that on August 22nd. So that is the charge. Failure to enroll in biweekly chemical testing is ordered on August the 4th of 23. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, excuse me, or if you are found guilty, I do want you to understand this is a non-technical violation here since you did not show up. You've absconded for more than 90 days. So you could get, or for more than 60 days, I should say, I apologize. And you could have your probation revoked and you could get 90 days on each of these charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you sign, read, and understand and advice of rights form here today?
Yes,
I don't know that it's not. Did you sign a double sheet cert that believes that I've mentioned this? No. Judge, you just have a minute. I mean,
Sure. Take your time. We'll go off the record. John, call up Beth, tell her we're gonna need somebody on this case.
okay.
Hayner. It was Emily's.
It's the last thing.
Hayner, Gary Hayner, H-A-E-N-E, Gary Hayner.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so sir, let's go back on record. Mr. Hayner, have you now had a chance to review the advice of rights? Did you sign it?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you go over it with your lawyer?
Yes.
If you plead guilty here, you're going to be giving up all these rights and we're not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that? All right, and you understand you could, since you've absconded, this would be a first technical violation. But since you absconded, you could get 90 days on each of these files. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You still wish to plead guilty
Yes.
to the charge that you failed to enroll in biweekly testing by August 4th of 23. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to enroll in biweekly testing by that date?
Yes, sir.
And you were told by the probation officer to enroll, true?
Yes, sir.
And you failed to do so? You just absconded then, right? This was the day after the sentence and you decided you weren't going to do anything?
Yeah, if,
Is that, I just want to know, is that true?
Correct. I was captured and I didn't have a license. I didn't have anybody, like any family support, so I was kind of like flying by the seat of my pants. So maybe, yeah, like I didn't have a way to do.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to accept your pleas. Now, what would you like to say, Mr. Gay?
Judge, just that, like I mentioned earlier, it was an issue of finances at the beginning. He did not have a valid license. He didn't have a stable place to stay because he couldn't afford to pay rent. Majority of his money was to help the mother of his children, but suffered a back injury at work. So in addition to having to pay her child support, he was also picking up some of the additional expenses for the household. And because he does share two children with her, 15 and 16, I believe, is that correct?
Yes.
And so at the time, not only was he unable to come and go, even if he had a job, Judge, but any money that he did have went to trying to help keep that household in place and keep them at least somewhat solvent at this point, because there was no money coming in on either side. Judge, he did walk in on his own, so I'd like the court to consider that. And he is able to pay the entire amount of the balance due today, Judge. He is also, since then, he's had no run-ins with law enforcement whatsoever. He's trying to resolve all of his outstanding issues, Judge. He's full-time employed at B&D Cold-Headed Products in Wayne City. He's been employed since 2018 with just some gaps in between that, and what that wasn't steady employment. One of the gaps would have been right around the time that he caught this case as well, Judge. But now he's back to full-time employment. He does work the night shift, so he's able to clear as far as any balance is due, and he'd have the court to take that into consideration, Judge, even present.
Where are you working now?
Work at B&D, Red Roller, B&D Cold-Headed Products. It's off Van Born and Wayne, Van Born Road in Wayne.
In Wayne City.
Yeah, it's on Flat Rock.
Well,
Elizabeth Patient, Your Honor.
anything at all.
I was just reviewing the file, Your Honor. We didn't get to notice the warrant recall. It looks like Miss Tessino, who was supervising him at the time, met with him, got him instructed, and then essentially absconded right after that. The only thing I would have to go back in my office and check on is see, not sure if it was mentioned, if he did any of his court work program days. He was scheduled, but I would have to look at those sign-in sheets in my office, Your Honor. But other than that, again, there is no verification of treatment, 12-step meetings. The test that the violation was issued for was his initial test with on-site. So it looks like from the beginning he absconded, Your Honor.
Right.
Because I don't believe my discussions with Mr. Hayner, I don't believe that he's done any of the.
No, it was, I sentenced him on August the 2nd, and he didn't enroll by the 4th. And that's when he just left. He just decided, for whatever reason, I don't care if it's, didn't have a ride. You just can't do this.
I did turn myself in other cases I was in, did some time around that, right around this time too, my dad was in Wayne County. And I'm probation for them, from the district court since, for 2 years now.
Out of the Third Circuit Court, you mean?
Yes, yeah.
Right,
For the,
because you had a felony.
for the child support, Judge.
Yeah, and I took care, I had stuff in enroll, I went and took care of, turned myself in, and I had a bunch of other deals I was taking care of too, and this, I don't know, it gets a lot on my plate. Doing the best I can, I'm trying to take care of it now. I'm doing the best I had done.
I do have a screening, Judge, if you can see it.
Please. I mean, I see why I did what I did.
A lot of the station during the red, so I'm trying not to. Not only throw to me.
How much is old? Can you tell me?
76.
983 and 276. So he has $1,214 on, right?
You can pay that today.
I paid 900 today. That's when we made the phone call, I went to the probably give him all 12. Was it another question? It was like eight, 80.
It was, the file said 840 at the time.
You just can't do this. Probation's revoked. You're on the disorderly person charge. You're to pay costs of 900 and serve 90 days, credit 1 for 89. If you pay 900, I'll suspend 59 of the 89. You'll only have to serve 30. On the R&O charge, same thing. Probation's revoked. You're to pay costs of 200 and serve 90 days, credit 1 for 89. If you pay 200, I'll suspend 59 of the 89. You'll have to only serve 30. So you have to give them $1,100. You have 21 days to appeal. Here's the lady. 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I wish you well. They'll let you make a call. Just can't. It's good luck. Thank you.
And just like that, probation revoked. 90 days reduced to 30, but only if he pays. The judge gives structure, but not mercy without conditions. This wasn't about hardship, it was about choice. He walked away from the court, and now the court responds. So ask yourself, was this a man overwhelmed, or a man who ignored his responsibility? Drop your verdict below, hit like, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.